YouTube says homophobic taunts don't violate its policies. TechCrunch. YouTube is a confusing mess of an internet platform. In what appears to be, the company told Vox reporter Carlos Maza that comments from Steven Crowder, who has, that focused on his sexuality and ethnicity are within its rules. The Google-owned video, yet, despite admitting that Crowder used language that was clearly hurtful, the company said that the show has acted within its boundaries. That means the video. 1/4 Thanks again for taking the time to share all of this information with us. We take allegation. Team YouTube at Team YouTube. Hey Race, what the company told Maza on Twitter in full. 1/4 Thanks again for taking the time to share all of this information with us. We take allegation. 2/4 Our team spent the last few days conducting an in-depth review of the videos flagged to us, and while we found language that was clearly hurtful, the videos as posted don't violate our policies. We've included more. 3/4 As an open platform, it's crucial for us to allow everyone, from creators to journalists to late-night TV hosts, to express their opinions. In the scope of our policies, opinions can be 4/4 Even if a video remains on our site, it doesn't mean we endorse/support that viewpoint. There are other aspects of the channel that we're still evaluating. We'll be in touch with any further updates. When contacted for comment, YouTube referred TechCrunch to its tweets, but it did additional color. A spokesperson said that Crowder had asked viewers not to harass Maza, while it said that the YouTube host had not revealed his personal information. That is true, but, in a sign of the complexities around online communities, Crowder fans did dox Maza last year. That resulted in it makes life sort of miserable. I waste a lot of Crowder, meanwhile, couched the situation as being about a larger battle between established media, such as Vox, and independent creators like his channel. This isn't about me versus some guy at Vox. This is an example. This is David versus Goliath, he added. Steven Crowder's Louder with Crowder YouTube show is approaching 4 million subscribers. The YouTuber admitted making comments that reference Maza's sexuality and race, which include the gay Latino host at Vox and lesbian queer, but he dismissed them as friendly ribbing. Crowder argued, beyond comments, including t-shirts, which generate revenue for the YouTube channel. The collection includes Crowder's online store is powered by Shopify, which outlaws its service being used for hateful content, including discrimination based on sexual orientation. TechCrunch has contacted Shopify for comment. Crowder's channel sells merchandise, which includes Socialism is for F***GS t-shirts. Despite Crowder's claims of victimization, clips shared by Maza paint a different picture of the rhetoric used on his show. Some choice quotes from Crowder include "You're being given a free pass as a crappy writer because you're gay," and a number of derogatory references to his ethnicity. Since I started working at Vox, Steven Crowder has been making video after video debunking strike through every single video. Carlos Maza at Gay Wong. These videos get millions of views on YouTube. Every time one gets. The kicker for this, however, is that YouTube calls Crowder's comments clearly hurtful, and that's an exact term used within. According to that hello, YouTuber here, who is somewhat confused by your moderation policies. Wanna help me out here? Sean at Sean Jen. It is not clear how or why YouTube did not take action based on that policy breach. YouTube did not respond to a request for clarification. This episode appears to mark a crisis moment for YouTube, as it continues to grapple with the demands of policing its service, particularly since it has become the go-to place for far-right figures like Crowder to connect with their audience. Despite some in that, YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki said the company would lessen its focus on juicing numbers and generating revenue to instead focus on responsible growth. To boil it down, YouTube wants to remove the content that violates its policies more quickly and effectively. Promote better. Despite the soundbites, there's little evidence that Wojcicki can deliver on that promise.
Raindrop, truck top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park.